Okay, boom. Hello, Kate.
Hi.
Okay, so we're back. MAGFAST Live, episode 195. I'm Seymour, founder, CEO. Welcome, and welcome to you, Kate. Nice to see you again. Fantastic job. Round of applause, please, everybody, for Kate Kennard in her own first solo live broadcast, or live, I should say, a couple of weeks ago. Just brilliant. Heart goes out to you. Great job. I'm just popping in to say hello this week. From here on out, it's just going to be Kate all the way.
No.
And everyone's typing good riddance into their chat boxes. All right. So a great show for you today, talking about a key thing in the charging business. Talk to you about that in just a second. First, if you would be so kind, if you haven't already, please like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, connect on LinkedIn, subscribe on YouTube, and you can follow us on Instagram at MAGFAST. All right, Kate, this week, what are we going to do? Oh, I know what. First of all, the other week when you were on, right, you had some folks record a quick video. We had a bunch of submissions come in, yes?
Yes, we did, and they were wonderful. So we took a few of them. We couldn't do all of them, but we took a few of them and created a short compilation for you guys, so you can see some of the videos that were submitted. So here is the video.
I think what I'll use the most is the one for charging my phone and my iWatch. It goes everywhere with me.
What I'm looking forward to most with the MAGFAST is going to be the Qi wireless charging, especially for one where I can charge 3 devices all at once. I'll probably use the Air quite a bit as well. That'll probably be the one that I use the most, that and the Extreme, but I'm looking forward probably to the Qi wireless.
I like the Qi charging. I think that's the most efficient.
The banking of them, so I can record, or rather, get power to several items at one time, and the fact that I can carry it with me, put it in my car.
I'd probably use the Snap to Charge just because it's so cool.
He's right, you know. Boom, snap to charge. Snap to charge. What did he say? Because it's so cool. I got to tell you, it never gets old, this. It never gets old, this. If you haven't received yours yet, I promise you, you're gonna love it. I just wanted to say quickly also, thank you to all the folks who contributed to that. By the way, when we do these that we call them video asks, if you have a business, by the way, a little company called Video Ask that makes it really easy to do those that we're using. Give them a plug because they're super. But don't be shy. Just jump on. Just record some little message. We always love to hear from you. We can't put all of them into the broadcast, but it's really super when you do that. You don't have to have as you just saw. You don't have to have the lights and the studio. You don't have to be professional anyway. We just love to hear from you. The other thing I wanted to quickly say about recently, so that was when Kate broadcast a couple of weeks ago. We did that. Also last week I sent out, we didn't do a broadcast, but I sent out a long missive to you. Thank you so much for the responses for that. If you haven't read it yet, please go back and read the email we sent out a week ago, because I think you'll get a sense of how thoughtful we're being in some of the decisions that we're making, even though sometimes those decisions are tough to make. All right. Now, Kate, did you notice in the middle of that block just then, the woman in red? Did you notice the woman in red? Forgive me, I'm afraid I don't have the name in front of me right now. But she said something. She said, I think I'm going to like the Qi wireless charging. She said, I think it's going to be the most efficient. And you know what? She's completely right and somewhat wrong. And I just want to explain that because we're going to talk about charging efficiency. So, Qi wireless charging. Right, here we are with life. I turn it on, boom, you can see the little LEDs have come on. We'll do the overhead camera for something in a minute. But if I just take my phone and put it on there, it's fantastic. Starts to charge immediately. You couldn't hear it that time, but I felt the bars like almost as soon as it went down. So it's very efficient in terms of your time going through your life. You just stick it on there, boom, and you're charging. Because it's wireless, a bit of warmth is created at the same time. And that warmth is actually inefficiency, right? Because it's not charging, it's heat. So some of it's turning into heat. So Qi is by far the most easy and efficient in your life. It's not the very most efficient in terms of speed or optimal use of the power. So if you want your power bank to last as long as possible, then you should plug in. That's nothing to do with MAGFAST. That's just physics. That's physics. See, if like me, you didn't listen at school when you were being taught physics, then you need to learn it now. All right. So what we thought we would do this week, right, Kate, is to talk a little bit about the more efficient, the very best way to charge with MAGFAST. The rest of the industry is doing this as well. It's called PD, power delivery.
Yeah. And I know that you've heard us talk about PD, power delivery, countless times, and many of you may not actually know what that is exactly, which is completely understandable because I didn't. So we thought we'd cover it in today's MAGFAST Live. So all devices these days use some kind of USB cable for charging, mobile phones, computers, tablets, etc. For years, different types of USB devices with all different connectors had different needs, often requiring the need for multiple types of cables. Hence, that's why MAGFAST is here. But so you'd have multiple types of cables, which wind up cluttering your homes. Ooh. No one likes that. So to our rescue comes USB-C with PD power delivery, or you could just say PD for short. We just say the whole thing so you know exactly what we're talking about. A single charging, so PD power delivery is a single charging standard that allows for more flexible and faster charging across all USB devices. PD was created as a single universal standard to power a wide range of USB gadgets, which reduces the need for proprietary ports, connectors, and plugs.
Now, we're now to PD, whether or not you've been aware of it, it's now been around for a few years, sort of gaining steam. We're now to PD 3.0, and PD 3.0 is great. It gives us really quite high power levels, up to 100 watts. That's 5 amps at 20 volts for the engineers amongst you, which is 5-6 times increase over what we had in the past before we had the latest standard combined with USB-C. Remember USB-C? We've spoken about that many times, but it's the new kind of industry standard. I think everything except iPhone charges using this now. All of Apple's other products, all of the Androids and tablets, everything uses USB-C. It's this fantastic little two-way connection. Now, what all this means is for you is that your device, pretty much any modern device, should be able to receive PD power delivery. Should be able to receive the power under. It's called a protocol, really, because what happens is that your device and our charger, all right, or a lesser competitor that also has PD power delivery. All right, the two devices talk to each other and negotiate what's the very best charge that we can give you right now. So the phone talks about what it can do. The charger says, "Well, I have this capacity," and between them they figure out what's the very, very best that can be done, depending on all kinds of factors like temperature and how much charge is already on the phone, and how much charge is in the charger, and etc. 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 Now, because PD power delivery over USB-C can do such fast levels now, you can actually use it for much larger devices. And for a few years now, the best laptops have come with USB-C. Amy, if you can see if you can line up the kind of overhead camera that we've got here, and I'll do a quick demo using MAGFAST Extreme if we can put that on. So here's your MAGFAST Extreme. All right, I'll flip it over, and you should be able to see. Just hold it long enough to get focus. You just see PD power delivery there on the back, all right, and all the inputs and outputs. I turn it on, you can see the LEDs shining there. Just holding it long enough that the camera can get focused there. All right, so let's plug into one of our USB-C, plug into one of our USB-C outlets there, all right, and here's a laptop. Okay, and listen really carefully, and when I plug this in, so I'm just trying to get my camera work here. It's a bit difficult with the overhead camera. There we go. So let's plug it in and listen carefully. Let's open it up and see. There it goes. It can sometimes be a little slow to establish the connection. So I made a noise and then it came a fraction of a second later. But if you look really carefully, you can see there's the little battery. Oh, can we get it in focus?
Very blurry.
Oh, just by my finger. there's the battery, and you can see the little electric bolt on it. So right now, this laptop, this big old laptop, is charging. Let me put them both in here together. All right, you can see off of port number 5. Yeah, on the end here, port number 5. You can see, and you can see how it's blinking quite nice and quickly. Blink, 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 blink. Again, it's a little difficult with the light here, but can you see it's moving at quite a good clip there?
Yeah.
So that means that Extreme, thank you, Amy, that Extreme is moving power really pretty quickly into that laptop. Now, from chargers like this, these chargers are mainly designed to do for regular mobile devices. So when you get something larger like a laptop, if you're not using the laptop, it can move the charge over, and something like Extreme can, fill up most laptops, give you a kind of 80% charge on many others. Just fantastic. It'll take a little bit of time, depending on temperature, depending on your device, depending. But the other way that you can use it, if you're working in a coffee shop or something like that, without the ability to plug in, you can take your Extreme along, plug it in, and what it'll do is it'll extend the life of your battery, because now your computer can be working off its built-in battery and also working off of Extreme's battery. So Extreme won't be able to keep up with the rate, especially if you're doing something kind of busy, using a lot of video and so on. A portable charger, no portable charger, or very few portable chargers will be able to keep up with if you're burning it away editing video, but it will help your battery to last a great deal longer. All right, MAGFAST wall, I should mention. Do we have a wall around here? Yep, MAGFAST wall. Okay, plugs into the wall. This is going to have PD power delivery on the bottom. There's going to be a couple of different models, but the top one is going to be able to kind of keep up with pretty robust video editing and that kind of thing on almost all computers as well. All right, so what else to say? Other great things about PD power delivery. The cable, look, is the same both ways round. Okay, it's the same on both ends, so power can actually go in both directions, up and down. And the fact that there's this communications protocol means that, as I mentioned before, you're always going to get the quickest charge, but you're also going to get the safest charge and the most appropriate power level. So overheating and that kind of thing can't happen. And overcharging hasn't really been a problem for the last decade or so. But Kate, people ask about it all the time, right, in customer service. Oh, will my device overcharge? You're basically safe with any properly made charger. I would say for the last decade or so, PD power delivery takes the safety level to kind of another whole level. So it's pretty great. And as I said, the charge can go in either direction. What that means is if you have, for instance, MAGFAST Life, here we are with the little built-in cable. Always have to do this. Ready? Boop, as it pops back into place. All right. And obviously the power comes out through USB-C, but also, all right, you can take this out. This is plugged into the wall here. So it's powering. I plug it in, and maybe do come up to the top camera for this if you can, please, Amy, and we'll just show. You can see that Life is charging there, and can you see there it is, the beautiful ripple. That's LED-licious at work. Beautiful. And you can just see, right? Do you see how you can tell that it's 90% full, because 9 out of the 10 are full, and then you can tell that it's charging up as the ripple goes. The ripple goes up like that. Thank you, Amy. And I can never resist saying this. That little ripple that you saw just going on just then, which I hope you agree, just feels like, of course, it's telling you that it's charging. That's a 50. I've lost track. 15 different animations we tried over and over and over again to get something that was that sort of easy and intuitive to follow. Anyway, LED-licious is not this week's topic. It's PD. It's PD power delivery. So the great thing is that, as I just showed you, you can get power out through the cable, or you can get it in to charge up your Life.
Yes, and so PD chargers used with PD compliant devices have the ability to effectively communicate back and forth, as Seymour was saying, sending alerts to each other when there's a problem or an unexpected drop in charging speed. This makes PD a lot safer, yay, because they're able to self-regulate. which ensures that your devices will not overcharge, making sure that they provide only the necessary amount of juice needed. So no more blown out devices. And by the way, this feature increases the battery longevity. Extra bonus. So what we really love about PD is the impact it's having on manufacturing and the environment, which is very important. Moving towards this standardized charging protocol has moved manufacturers away from designing their own proprietary connectors, which, you know, require special cables shipped with those devices, which I know all of you have had in the past. This equates to a lot less electronic waste ending up in landfills, as companies they're choosing to no longer include charging bricks and cables with their products, since people, you know, already generally have a USB-C cable or two at home.
So I was distracted for a second there because the company per delivery system, Razzie, the company cat, was just walking around the studio as I was doing that.
Hi, Razzie.
Thank you, Razzie. Razzie, MAGFAST Raz for all your per delivery needs. All right, so to sum things up, PD Power Delivery is just the best. It's across all of our stuff. If you're stuck with any other chargers, please make sure that they have PD Power Delivery on them. And essentially, done right, all PD Power Delivery devices should work together. Now, this is the electronics industry, so there's a little bit of kind of mischief around the edges. We came across this was really tough. We came across a charger the other day, which is #1 charger on Amazon for charging MacBook Pro. Right, it's PD, works beautifully with MacBook Pro, but they haven't done the protocols properly to charge other devices. So we're like, well, what do we do here? They've screwed up. They haven't put the right protocols in to charge Extreme, for instance, and our stuff. But we've met all of the necessary standards, so what are we supposed to do? Because we know that if anybody has so we just tuned the firmware a little bit to work with this additional non-standard standard that these guys had used, and we've done the best that we can with that kind of stuff. So power delivery, PD power delivery. That's power delivery, not per delivery. A super powerful way to streamline all of your charging stuff, and it goes right to the core of MAGFAST devices and MAGFAST philosophy for power delivery, even before it was called PD Power Delivery. All right, that just about wraps it up. Thank you so much for keeping in touch with us, and thank you always for joining in. We do a draw every month. Kate's in charge of this. She gives away. Crazy lady gives away $1,000 of premium electronics. You can have $1,000 worth of our stuff. You can have any stuff you want. You can have the iPhone. You can have anything you want. Samsung phone, whatever it is you want. The watch. By the way, did you see the lady that filmed with the super bejeweled iPhone? So I watched there. Yeah, whatever you want. And what a lot of people do is that they pair it. They maybe get MAGFAST Time to go with a watch, or they pair one of our chargers with the device, and Kate will be very happy to hook you up. So we do this, give you extra chances to win with something called the secret word, magfast.com/fun. Kate, give us more details, and what is this week's secret word?
Okay, so I'll make up for last time because I didn't say the secret word. So sorry about that, everyone. The one thing I messed up, So as Seymour said, you go to magfast.com/fun. You enter this month's monthly drawing, and when you get there, you can enter the secret word that I'm about to say. I promise. And then you can also there's other things that you can do to get entries as well. So just take a look at that. And I wish you all the best luck in winning. And this week's secret word is power. Power as in power delivery. Power.
As in power delivery. But you're just going to type in the word power. Just type in power, Power. Someone is going to win, and it could be you. If you go to magfast.com/fun right now. And best of luck. Wish you the best of luck.
Yes, and remember to email us at hello@magfast.com, and we'll be happy to answer any of your questions. Please tweet us at GetMagFast. You can also check us out on Facebook, so facebook.com/magfast. Please follow us on Instagram at magfast, and youtube.com/magfast. Check us out there too.
We're on LinkedIn as well, if anyone can figure out LinkedIn. And we're always charging for good on your desktop, your tablet, your smartphone, and more at magfast.com.